Do you have any indication about where David is right now?
Guys was going past this one cell, so when he yanked the door open, they just throw the cups of boo-boo in there on.
David's life inside prison has now changed dramatically after new evidence presented during his court hearing revealed the truth. One reaction read, "Just want to say good luck to David going back to his cell block after this court hearing. Once inmates hear this stuff, he's going to be cooked." David purchased supplies in an attempt to hide Celeste, using Amazon and Postmates, as revealed in court. He allegedly removed Celeste's left ring and pinky finger because they had a tattoo of his name. They were never recovered, but the singer reportedly used a fake name, Victoria Mendes, to order 2 chainsaws, a bag, heavy-duty laundry bags, and a blue inflatable pool from Amazon, along with a shovel from Home Depot through Postmate. His last recorded purchase on Amazon under the name Victoria Mendes reads. Additionally, on July 7, 2025, defendant ordered an Amazon-delivered a burn cage to his home under the same fake name as part of his plan to incinerate the evidence. This answers the question raised when police originally discovered the incinerator months ago.
Wondering just what it was that a private investigator named Steve Fisher found inside David's home when he was given access last October. The PI reported seeing, quote, items you would expect to find on a farm rather than in a home in the Hollywood Hills. And today, we are learning about one of those items.
As David allegedly planned to use it to destroy all the tools he used in trying to hide Celeste. Details state, a private investigator reveals that an incinerator capable of burning at temperatures up to 1,600 has been found inside of David's home. The incinerator he purchased is actually used at farms and is illegal for any LA resident to have without a permit or owning a registered farm, meaning he had to fake a farm ID just to have it delivered. Also presented in court was David predicting these events by revealing how he wanted to go out, which investigators found during a live stream.
That surgery will probably give me mental problems. I already got them. Give me more. I'm trying to get electric in this room. I think that's the best way to go out. Electric chair.
With this revealed in court, David has now been classified as a high-risk inmate, meaning he must be held under stricter security. It reads, David's current jail situation includes being held in a segregated single cell, escorted from his cell to shower, which he is allowed every other day, only allowed to make phone calls on the day that he showers, receiving 3 hours of recreation time with fresh air per week, no access to a TV, cannot have visitors at this time, and reportedly has no money on his books. One law enforcement source described the facility as dirty, unpleasant, and chaotic, which may not suit David. According to his arrest record, he is listed at 5 feet 5 and 125 pounds, which is considered small for one of the toughest jails in the United States, where inmates are often targeted based on their charges. This will be the complete opposite of the luxury lifestyle he once lived. In addition, David may struggle with the food provided. According to jail records, 6 days a week, inmates are served macaroni and beef dinner, 1 apple, 8 ounces of milk, and a peanut butter granola bar for dessert, which is unlikely to help him build strength. Reports confirm that David has been transferred to the Men's Central Jail in LA County. It is said that he is in solitary confinement due to his public profile, leading some to believe his celebrity status will protect him. But that may not be the case. One viral reply reads, even with David being placed in solitary confinement, he will still get his 1 to 3 hour rec time per day, where the other PC inmates will confront him and deal with him due to the charges against him. There is no way of staying safe in there after committing the crimes that he did. A former inmate from the same facility explained that although David may remain in his cell, other inmates will still pass by him.
Our offenders and treated in prison, they got treated bad. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even think nothing about that. I just know that it was like every 15 to 20 minutes that went past, guys was going past this one cell. And it'd be like, there's 3 of them. One of them would grab the cell door and then be on this side like this, and then the other 2 would be on this side. So the one, and they did this like every 20 to 30 minutes, every like clockwork. And this one would yank the door open, and the other 2 on this side had cups full of and boo-boo. So when he yanked the door open, they just throw the cups of boo-boo in there on him, and then boom, close the door, lock it on him. You know, so that was crazy. But and then some was getting jumped on, some was getting slapped, extorted, some was having to do defame.
In case you are unaware, once you enter a cell block, your paperwork or charges are often shared among inmates to determine whether you are accepted. Consider whether David would be welcomed after hearing his official charges, which state David reportedly committed the crime with a sharp object. According to prosecutors, the charges against David include 1 count of murder for financial gain, murder to prevent testimony, murder by lying in wait, use of a strong object, and additional charges related to what happened to Celeste afterward, as highlighted by Jesse Weber of Law and Crime.
First of all, we suspected that David would be charged with after that was what he was arrested for. And in other court documents that came out a couple months ago, we know that he was being investigated for murder. But first-degree murder with special circumstances? Lying in wait to murdering a witness as part of an investigation? Murdering for financial gain? And now facing the possibility of the death penalty, even though it's my understanding there is a moratorium in California. That is a huge deal.
The most concerning part for David is that there appears to be almost no way out. As the evidence against him strongly supports the case, federal authorities announced new evidence showing that Celeste told David she planned to report him to the police days before her passing, with text messages documenting the situation, which also drew a reaction from DJ Academics.
They're saying that the Celeste girl, maybe she was already talking to the cops, like, yeah, this creep is, he on me. Now, granted, who knows if David was trying to leave her or whatever the case is, but look like she would also try to threaten David with that to say, yo, I'm about to go tell on your, right? Which already he should have knew that he's doing something wrong. Well, I mean, he should have knew of GP, like, she's f***ing gang. But she would, allegedly, according to this complaint, she had threatened that, yo, I could ruin your music career or something like that.
This may be more than enough to put David in serious danger while in jail, which has made his family extremely concerned. His family responded after he was denied bail, saying they were disappointed but not surprised by the decision, and that they continue to stand behind him. However, it is David's reaction that stands out, as he faces the possibility of spending the rest of his life in prison. It reads, while the judge was listing off David's charges, the famous singer was seen with an open mouth as if he was surprised and/or yelling. The judge concluded by mentioning the potential penalty, which also surprised many in the courtroom. It was then time for David's lawyers to speak, stating, "We believe the actual evidence will show David Burke did not commit the crime, nor was he the cause of her passing." They requested a preliminary hearing within 10 days as required by the state if the defense does not waive it, adding, "We would like to be able to have all the evidence come to light at the earliest opportunity." David again appeared visibly nervous as his lawyer entered a not guilty plea, with reports stating, David Burke reportedly appeared nervous with his eyes darting around and pled not guilty. His attorneys are requesting a full preliminary hearing along with grand jury transcripts. His next hearing is scheduled for April 23rd. However, this is where the case becomes even more intense. At the end of the hearing, investigators raised an important question. Why did David's arrest take so long? It was explained with the statement. Investigators revealed David's arrest took so long due to the feds having a wiretap across all of David's devices, sitting back and letting all of his slip-ups get collected. However, there's another reason. They've also been investigating his close friends as well, and secured deals with witnesses who will testify about his relationship with Celeste, essentially winning the case before it even begins, with one important person being his alleged secret lover named Neo Langston. He wrote on Instagram, "Thankfully, I'm legally fine in every way. And boy do I got all my receipts for things." Old photos and videos show David and Neo recreating the Titanic pose, lying in bed together, and more. For a long time, he remained a mystery figure in the case.
Oh, who that person is, and do you believe that is the person that moved the Tesla?
So I definitely know who moved that Tesla on that late July before they went on tour. I can't say who the person, and I don't mean I can't say but I don't know who exactly was in that house because it's just a report, but there's video, but you can't make a person out. But somebody was in the house, and being that there's only one key, it's like, okay, who had access at that time? So is it the same person that moved the Tesla? Was another last part of the plan about to go in motion as far as getting rid of her? I don't know.
It was very important for federal investigators to get Neo on their side for one key reason, which relates to what was found on David's iCloud account. An investigator stated. The prosecutor replied saying there was 40 terabytes of discovery in this case, and it would take a while for them to get that to the defense team, meaning there are over 40 terabytes of evidence, including messages between David and Celeste, David and Neo, and detailed records of his actions after the incident. Some of this evidence was also leaked online. Among it was a video from David's iCloud that appears to be a form of confession. Investigators noticed a picture frame behind him, matching one found in his secret rental home where Celeste lived. The metadata of the video also matches the timeline. Investigators believe aligns with Celeste's passing.
I know I haven't posted on this account in a little minute, but I just had some words to share with you for 2025. Despite all the craziness that's going on, all the turmoil, the natural disasters, the and pain and things like that this year, I just wanted to tell you guys not to be discouraged and not to lose hope and not to turn your face from God in these times of evil. And then it seems like it's the most insane start to a year that I've ever seen. But God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. So keep that sound mind 2025.
In the video, David speaks about multiple losses in his life. Investigators reviewed this and noted that there were no close family members or friends who had passed around that time, suggesting he may have been referring to Celeste. Authorities also uncovered detailed information about their relationship before the incident, including the moment David subtly introduced her to fans during a live stream.
Oh, yo, wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which one? What's good, David? Big fan, mixed family. Oh, thank you. Mitchell.
I gotta start with him if you even.
We
need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
Investigators also noted that the sweater Celeste wore during a Twitch stream was found in David's secret rental home, suggesting she lived there. However, another detail raised questions. A photo on David's phone shows Celeste wearing a different designer hoodie than the one seen on stream. A post read, "Saw this on Reddit. Is the hoodie circled, not the one Celeste is wearing in that picture?" Showing the same hoodie on the floor in a selfie taken in David's bedroom. This further suggests they shared a living space or clothing. During the investigation, it was also revealed that David and Celeste wore the same Halloween costume. It was shared. David update. Alleged photo of David wearing a similar wig to the one Celeste was wearing has surfaced online, where David was wearing Celeste's Halloween costume to an anime convention, which anime is a massive part of David's life. David would describe how he wants to be an anime character, and when he did it, it was very weird. David confirmed he has an alter ego who imagines living in an anime-like world, where he envisions himself as a character involved in serious crimes, even using one as an example.
Basically, an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego, and the story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden, and he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as the detective. So like when I was as the detective, I'd be like solving that I'm committing myself. And it was like a cool little story. I didn't think anything would come of it. Like it was in the...
Investigators also highlighted a viral reaction that read, "There's hundreds of crimes that he could have used as an example when describing his alter ego, but he chooses to say that. I can't be the only one seeing how obvious this all is, right?" This became a major issue for David, as many believe his actions were too obvious. For example, while under investigation, he reportedly attempted to hide his money and assets. It was stated, sources believe after David hired his new legal firm and transferred assets from out of his name, he's preparing for the police to close on him, which ultimately happened when he was arrested, and a lawyer explained his actions.
Transferring these assets in the middle of an investigation, as opposed to 2 years ago or a year ago.
Right.
Could a court look at this and say, this was a deliberate attempt to what you say, concealing assets, and they could breach it, they could pierce it, they could say, even though that you've transferred this into your mother's name, that was invalid. This is a way for, let's say, a plaintiff who sues him, or let's say in a criminal judgment to pay that fine. Can a court look at that and say, even though you transferred it, it's still open season on those properties?
This is what's so puzzling about this. It is a very basic premise of law throughout the country that you can't transfer assets after the event happens that would otherwise trigger collecting on those assets. So we have rules in different states. Sometimes they're called fraudulent transfers. Sometimes they're called fraudulent conveyances. There's a lot of different names for them. But the crux of it is you cannot transfer assets.
Another unusual action involved retrieving the Tesla that Celeste had been in just 48 hours before the vehicle was set to be auctioned after being left unclaimed at an impound lot. David hired someone to retrieve it, leading some to believe he wanted to keep it as a personal reminder.
Let me read you what Steve recently posted on X, okay? David's Tesla, the vehicle in which Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found, was held by LAPD for only 48 hours to process evidence. After that, it was returned to the impound lot for David to retrieve, which he had not done until today. The Tesla was scheduled to go to auction tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., and I had planned to attend and inspect it. However, in the final hours before auction, David, or someone with power of attorney acting on his behalf, picked it up. When I checked last week, the storage fees were approximately $10,500 as the vehicle had been released and available for pickup since September 10th, before Celeste had been identified. I hope just the thought of that vehicle haunts David and anyone else that knew Celeste was in the trunk for the rest of their lives.